And amplifier is the last one. Amplifier says, who out there is a loud, persistent sneezer? How do I take the amplifiers, take the media they work in, and amplify them even more? How do I give my biggest fans a platform on which to stand? How do I support them and promote them so they are more likely to do the work that they want to do, which is spreading the word? And then we think about persistence. And persistence is the difference between a tattoo and a massage. A tattoo lasts forever, a massage lasts for 15 minutes. What's the distinction? Your idea, when you put it in the world, when you start trying to spread your story, is it this temporary thing or is it going to stick for a long time? So when we think about word of mouth, we have this idea of network effects and tribes, of the weird, of people who share a worldview. That what we want to have happen is that the more our story is repeated, the more valuable the story becomes. The more people we know who are engaged in the story, the more we want to stay engaged in the story. And that difference is really dramatic compared to the way most marketers think. The last thing I want to show you on this topic, I have to draw a little curve. I don't think it's possible to really understand the modern world of marketing and all the stuff we're talking about without taking a look at Rogers' product adoption life cycle. And he wrote a book, 500 pages long. I'm going to tell you exactly what it says, but you're welcome to go read it. This is a bell curve. It's a distribution of any population. The people in the middle, there's more of them, right? Those are the masses. And the people on the edges, there are fewer of them. They're doing something a little different. In this case, Rogers is trying to show us who likes new products. So let's talk about the way people watch TV. Right here in the middle, these are people who watch all their TV on a DVD player they bought for $80 or now on Netflix, right? These are the masses. These are everyone. Over here are the early adopters. These are people who watch all their TV. They used to have a TiVo, but now they watch all their TV on Apple TV because they like the new thing, the geeky thing. And over here are the people who still have a 12 flashing on their VCR. These are the laggards. They have a 12 flashing on their VCR because they like having old stuff. They are afraid of new stuff. They stick with it for a really long time. So if you think about people you know, they are chosen to be in different slots. Another example, shoes. If you know a woman who reads Vogue magazine for the ads and who has Jimmy Choo and Manolo Blahniks at home, she's a geek. She's a shoe geek. She wants shoes other people don't have. She wants new shoes. Over here, if you know people who buy shoes at the mall for $89 after the fashion has faded a little bit, and they just have shoes, or in my case, I buy 6 pairs of tennis shoes at a time because I don't want to buy them ever again. We're normal. We're the masses. And over here, the laggards haven't bought a new pair of shoes since they got their first pair of Birkenstocks 27 years ago. What you can see then is that in every market segment, people are choosing to be in a different slot. So the question I ask you as a marketer is, who are you trying to sell to? Who is buying a Dell computer? Who is buying a Retina iPad? Different people. Who is going to go to a community and buy a brand new house in an untested condominium complex? And who is going to buy an 80-year-old house that hasn't been painted or changed in a really long time? That when you enter a market, you need to think deeply about what story you are telling, because the worldview of these people is known to them and can be figured out by you. So we were just having a conversation before about how you launch a new internet service. And when we think about who is going to sign up for it, the answer is obvious. These people. These are the only people in any segment who will sign up with a new service online. They like signing up for new services online. And you'll hear the whining from these people when their grandmother signs up for the same service. Oh, no one's using Facebook anymore. I'm leaving. Well, actually, more people are using Facebook than ever before. You're just leaving because your grandmother is using it now. And so there will always be this churn of these people going to look for the next new thing. what we've seen, and getting self-referential on you yet again, is that marketing has people in it who are looking for the next new thing. And marketing has people in it who still want to run ads on the Super Bowl. And marketing has people in it who want to do what their boss did. The same thing's going on here. So someone comes out with some cool new app that plugs onto the side of your head and beams radio waves into your brain with ads. And some brands run and go do that. Campbell's Soup doesn't run and go do that. Adidas doesn't run and go do that. But the cutting edge, burning edge brands, they do go and do that. So what we have to think hard about as marketers is, what's our next choice, right? Are we going to go way out on the long tail and sell some obscure thing? Are we going to focus on mass? Are we going to do the sure thing? Are we going to do the risky thing? So what we've covered in the last few hours is pretty simple. Deep and complicated, but simple. There's a point of view that's required of you. You need to understand what all these words mean, but you don't have to do something with all of them. What you do have to do, if you're going to bother doing marketing, is have the patience to obsess on a group small enough that you can earn awareness. Once you earn awareness, because their worldview lines up with the story you are telling, you can then, through your actions, earn trust. And then if you earn trust, you will get more attention. You will get trial, and then you will get permission to follow up, permission to make the next thing. And then you can start working your way through the adoption life cycle. Once you've delighted these people who love to talk, these sneezers, if you give them the tools to talk to other people, they will. Because it's about them. It's not about you. They're not telling other people because they like you. They're telling other people because they like themselves. And they've already chosen this. So it makes them feel good to tell other people. There's no way today you can keep buying yourself an audience. There isn't enough money to do it. What you can do today is incrementally create a movement to earn the attention of a tribe, to bring this generous story, the story that's true, to the tribe. Drip, drip, drip. Now, it's entirely possible your boss doesn't get this. That's why I made this into a Skillshare course. Get her in this course too. Work your way through this together until you have the same vocabulary, until you have the same goals, until you're both able to say, this is what we do, this is what we don't do, this is what we stand for, this is how our product must change. If your marketing isn't working, it's almost certainly because your product isn't working. And the way to make your product work is to embrace the weird and to give them something that they would miss if it was gone. Thanks a lot.